What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2022 Topps opening day quarter case break number 2. 9:27 on the clock. We're starting at 9:30, so just hang out for a minute. We'll get rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. Gil, what's up, my man? How are you? Chris, what's up? I think I'm going to have to buy another one to put here, and I could get rid of those. Would probably work. Chris, what's up, buddy? How you been? Anything new and exciting going on in your guys' lives? All right, what is going on, everyone? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2022 Topps opening day quarter case break number 2. Welcome to another fun Saturday night of breaks. If you're new to the channel, a little bit about us. We've been around for 4 years now, something like that. That's so weird. I'm sorry, we've been around for 4 years. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. These will be out right at the beginning of the week. If you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks, and when we do them, we use our YouTube subscriber list to put people in the break. So if you want a chance to get into our future free breaks, just hit that subscribe button, and who knows, maybe you grab one of those spots. What kind of specialist are you seeing? Because I had a doctor's appointment too. I had a physical on Thursday. So let me tell you, that was fun. And it wasn't even the physical that was a big deal. It was the 8 million other tests I have to get done now because I got a physical. You know, the blood, the colonoscopy, the this, the that. It's like, oh. All right, let's go to the teams. D-backs, Todd T. Braves, Tyler H. Orioles, David S. Red Sox, Matt H. White Sox, Gabriel P. Reds, Matthew R. Guardians, Todd T. Tigers, Marty W. Royals, Mike E. Astros, Eric M. Angels, Michael R. Dodgers, Mark E. Brewers, David S. Twins, Coriel N. Marlins, Corey B. Mets, James L. Yankees, Russell D. A's, Jonathan R. Phillies, Timothy H. Pirates, Brad W. Cardinals, Mike E. Padres, Ryan C. Giants, Jonathan R. Mariners, Kenneth C. Rays, Sean S. Rangers, Todd T. And then Blue Jays and Nationals, Ronald C. It puts the lotion in the basket. It does this when it's told her it gets the hose. For your ear, what's going on with your ear, man? You got an infection? think my lights. I tried to move my lights around today, and I think they'll be fine for the break. They're a little off, I think. I'm not happy with. Like, that looks really dark right there for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you guys tell me if it looks dark to you guys out there. I got these new lights, and I've been kind of messing around with them to get them out of my way. Before they were like completely in my way, and they worked great. So now I try to make it so they're out of my way, and now I'm not so happy with them. All right. 8 million opening day packs to open. Can't hear out of it. Is that new, or is this something that's been ongoing? I had a problem with my ear a couple of weeks ago. That's what started me back to a doctor. And I hadn't been to a doctor in years. And I was having this kind of weird, like, this is going to sound weird, but I was having this like weird kind of like creaking noise in my ear. And I think it was just like a slight slight sinus infection that was doing it. But then when I was there, the doctor got all on me about a physical and all that crap. So it started it, you know. All right, here we go. Good luck, guys. Let's see if we can't find something yummy in opening day tonight. Now that all the opening day dates are wrong. And for the Brew Crew, hey, get off of there. Jake Cousins, rookie for the Brewers. Don't you, from when you said put the lotion on the skin, from Silence of the Lambs. That's the line. I don't know if you know that one. He puts the lotion in the basket. Does this when he's told her it gets the hose again. Very, very creepy guy. Creepy movie. So you think it's like an infection, or is it something else? They don't know. That's why you're going to see a specialist, I guess. That would make sense, right? Duh. Well, good luck with it, man. I hope it gets better, man. Having ear issues is not fun. Having issues with anything is not fun. It's just, you don't think about it until, you know, it's an issue. Bomb Squad, Babe Ruth. You know what I mean? Like, you take it for advantage like something's fine, and then when all of a sudden it goes wrong, it's like the worst thing in the world. Classic. Yeah, that was Silence of the Lambs when I was in college a long, long time ago. It was a very big thing. Wander Franco, rookie. We could recite many, many lines from... I'm actually surprised I pulled that one out. I probably haven't said that in like 10 years. But a wonderful line like that, you just can't forget. I remember seeing Silence of the Lambs in the theater, and that end scene in it when she's in the dark in the basement of that place. Oh my God, it was terrifying. It really was. And it's not like I was a kid or anything. I was like 20 years old when that came out. Sammy Sosa Bomb Squad. Yeah, they cleaned out. You still can't hear out of it? That sucks. Chris, what did they clean it with? Brujan rookie? There's one of the triples. So, just for everyone's knowledge, when we have a multiple card like this, we start with the team on the left. First card goes there, second card there, third card there. If we're happen to get a parallel, something like this, then we would random it amongst all teams. But any of the league leader type of cards, you know, anything like that. Not that we have those in here. I think we only have the triple play ones, but... Size 14, no, I'm like a 12 and a half. Bomb Squad, Mookie Betts. A water, oh, so they did the water, or peroxide or whatever, yeah. See, when I was having issues a few weeks ago, I thought it was like my ear needed to be cleaned out or something. Like that's kind of what it felt like. So I started looking up all this stuff. There's a triple for the Braves. Brandon Marsh rookie. I started looking up all this stuff because, there's like 8 million ways out there to, besides just, jamming a Q-tip in your ear. And they always say you're not supposed to do that. But then, of course, everything I read was like, you should never put anything in your ear. And I'm like, then I was getting paranoid, like, I'm going to make it worse if I try and do this myself. So, but then the doctor, when I went, told me, she said, yeah, usually we use peroxide. I was like, oh, okay. So, but they didn't even do that. They were like, you're fine. Oh, that's right. That's right. He did. What size shoe? That's right. I forgot that one. Wow. Yeah. See, it's been a long time since I've seen that one, but yeah, wow. Are you about a size 14? He was so creepy in that movie. I'd say many other lines, but I like to try and keep it at least PG-13 around here. Gavin Sheets rookie. Bomb Squad Vladdy. You never know who's watching out there. We don't want to taint any young hearts out there if we don't have to. Crying, crying, crying. That whole movie's like coming back to me now. Now I'm going to have to go and watch it now that we've talked about it. Hey, are you about a size 14? Crazy. Yankees opening day. So I've threatened and threatened for months and months, guys. We are having a hockey break next week. I actually have the boxes here. Hank Aaron Bomb Squad. So if you're into hockey or if you just want to see me fumble my way through some crazy Russian names and stuff, keep an eye out for it. Stir Trout. Trout Bomb Squad. Also got some F1 next week, F1 Chrome coming in, so we're going to have a wild week. We know we love our baseball around here, but we're going to mix it up a little bit next week. I do like F1. Bomb Squad Ortiz. That's why, since yesterday, that's all I've had on is the Drive to Survive thing on Netflix. That show's so great. I love that show. And I know nothing about... I know a lot about car racing, about F1, because I watched that show. But before that show, I'd never seen an F1 race or anything about it in my life. But I'm like totally addicted to that show. Ugh. The Bruins just won, yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Look, my thing is, I know there's a lot of breakers out there. They'll break anything, and I'm not always comfortable doing that. I'd like to have look. I know a lot about baseball. I know a lot about football. I know enough about basketball to get by, But hockey, I'm gonna have to do some studying this week because I used to be a big hockey fan when I was younger, but I really have not followed the sport in years. A little bit with the Flyers because they're the hometown team, which is no good this year. But I'm definitely going to do a little studying before this break. I don't completely embarrass myself. Oh, so it starts on the left. So if there's multiple players on a card. Whoever's on the left-hand side is the first one goes to, and then we just go in order. So if they're base, and then, so like that one card has Acuna, Vladdy, Tatis on it. So the first one will go to the Braves. The second one would go to Toronto. The third one would go to San Diego, if we get 3 of them. If we got one that was a parallel of some sort, then we would random it, of course, amongst the 3 teams. TC Bear. The Broad Street Bullies. No, not yet. We're still in the first box. It's opening day, so. Yelich Bomb Squad. I mean, I'm sure we've seen a bunch of base cards, but we've only had one blue so far for the Brewers. Slider. Stemmers, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us, dude. Appreciate it. There's a one for the Angels, Trout, Ohtani, Rendon. Those cards are very cool, those triple play cards they put in here. If you haven't seen them yet, too, they are actually perforated. Like, you can actually take them apart if you wanted to. Bellinger Bomb Squad. What's up, Savage? How you doing, buddy? Screech. See, they should have a Screech variation with Screech from Saved by the Bell. You know, like a short print photo variation. Just have Screech from Saved by the Bell in there. Jarren Duran rookie. Tommy Bomb Squad. Mascot. I'll never understand that. Why can't they just give my name? And Reynolds, a blue for, if I can get it off that back card, blue. Brian Reynolds for the Pirates. Pirates is Brad. There you go, buddy. That's a nice hit. Did Screech pass away? Dustin Diamond, wasn't that his name? Dustin Diamond? Did he? Oh, he did, right? Not too long ago, in fact. Wasn't it like a year or so ago? I do remember that now that you said that. All the more reason to have a photo variation of him in here. Why not? They shove, you know, all kinds of actors into other stuff. Phillies opening day. That'd be like the one chase card in the whole product. The Screech photo variation. Yeah, it's weird, right? That the dates are... It's funny, too, because, you know, a lot of people kind of questioned with the pandemic, like, would the blue cards that are dated be, like, short, you know, considered a short print then or a variation because the date's wrong, you know? And then here it is, you know, not even 2 years later and we're having the same thing again. Come on, baby, open. Jeez. So many packs at opening day. So many packs. So he lived in the same town as your sister? Where was that at? Savage? That's like a roll. He could never live down, that dude. But I'm sure he did just fine from it. Machado Bomb Squad. Oh, if I turn this heater off, I'm dying. Hold on. Oh. Okay. So we got Heritage coming up next at 10:45. And the Draft Asia mixer coming up at 11:45 tonight. If you're in either of those. Shohei Bomb Squad. You live which the little girl, the Brujan, the little, what was her name? The poltergeist, the little poltergeist girl, the freaky one. Yeah, we did. We got some snow. It came a little later in the afternoon, probably only about 2 inches though. They were saying like 3 to 6, but Killebrew, it didn't start until later than they originally anticipated. But this afternoon around 3 for like an hour, it was snowing really like crazy hard. But it's supposed to be like 65 or 70 on Tuesday. So, the weather's crazy. Everybody's going to get sick. There's a Jordan. Nice blue Jordan for Houston. Oh, was that Drew Barrymore, the little girl? Man, I don't even remember that. That was so long ago, Poltergeist. Man, that's an old movie. Was that her when she was real little? I never realized. I don't think I knew that. I also don't think I've seen that movie in 35 years. Houston, Eric M. Oh, Eric will like that. Nice card. Pause. Yeah, Barrymore was in E.T. She was the little girl in that, but I think the girl in Poltergeist was a different girl, right? E.T. A great movie. I was in story of my youth. So my father, when I was real little, my father used to be the vice president of this department store that was big in the Philadelphia area called Strawberry Days. It was like a regional department store. They had like 50 stores, and it's I don't know. It'd be like Neiman Marcus's or something like that. If you guys are familiar with Neiman Marcus. Anyway, he used to do all the buying for them. He was in charge of it. And he used to travel a lot when I was a real little kid. Like, I'm talking like in the 70s when I was like 5 years old or whatever. And I remember he had been out of town for like a month, and he had just come back, but only for a few days. And I was upset. I was little, I wanted to see my dad. So he took me to go see E.T., which was, whenever. I guess I was a little bit older, but anyway, took me to see E.T. and the while we were in there watching the movie theater caught fire. We were trapped in a burning movie theater. Bomb Squad, Frank Thomas. Obviously, we escaped with our lives without a problem, but it actually took years for me to end up seeing E.T. because that was the only time I ever did. It wasn't until like years later I saw it at home on like a video cassette. Another tragic story of my youth. The Blue Jays triple. Excuse me. The voice is not happy. The voice is never happy. All the stupid medication I take. Went and cleaned the car off in hoodie, shorts, and slides. No, actually, I haven't had a gym steaks in a little while. It's been a while. Duran rookie. It's funny you bring that up. I have not been to gyms in a while. The thing is and I don't know where you're from, but if you're from this area, like from the Philadelphia area, a lot of those places that are kind of famous for cheesesteaks are good. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they're more there like to kind of attract the out-of-towners. It's so funny because all the years I lived outside of Philadelphia, which was about close to 15, Acuna Bomb Squad, anywhere I went, you couldn't find a good cheesesteak. Didn't matter where it was. Like everywhere you go, be like Philly cheesesteak be on the menu. They always had green peppers on it, which I just try to tell them there's no green peppers on a cheesesteak. But it's funny, like whenever like Monday Night Football's here and they always show like Pat's and Geno's and all those places, and I think to myself, like, and don't get me wrong, Pat's and Geno's are both very good, and if I'm down there, I'm certainly happy to stop by. But if I'm in South Philly, I probably go to Tony Luke's anyway first. But um, it's amazing how people outside of here know that and go to those types of places. I always stop at Jim's because they're better than Pat's and Geno's. Yeah, Jim's is good. They're all good in their own way. They're all a little different. That's the thing, Baez Bomb Squad. Like, I mean, Geno's and Pat's is the good comparison because they're right across the street from each other. So like, and they definitely like, you get a cheesesteak from each one, and you can tell which is which. They're just made just slightly differently, and the swinging fryer. But both good, that's for sure. Honestly, you can go to Ardmore Pizza and get a cheesesteak that's phenomenal. That's the thing in Philly. You can get them pretty much anywhere if they know what they're doing. Wander Franco, rookie. Tatis Bomb Squad. No, I didn't say Geno's was the best, not even by far, but Geno's is still good. There's a difference between good and the best, but you pretty much ask anyone who lives in Philadelphia where the best cheesesteak is. You ask 100 people, you'll get 95 different answers because most shops around here know how to make them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the key. And outside of this area, the big key is the bread. Most people don't get the Amoroso's bread, and that's a very, very big part. But every once in a while, you find a guy who's like from Philly who moves to Chicago or Arizona or California. He imports, he brings them in and does it right. But there's not many of them out there. So, yeah, street vendors are good. It's definitely something people around here have crafted. Hell, I can make a cheesesteak that'll knock your socks off. Jake Burger, rookie. So you can go from the Geno's Pats to the local, pizza shop on the corner, Gavin Sheets, rookie, to, places like Del Frisco's, who makes like, $200 cheesesteak with foie gras and, dry aged sirloin and craziness like that. But it's pretty hard not to go into any place here in Philly and not be able to find some sort of cheesesteak. And if you're from Chicago, the beef sandwich you guys have out there is not a cheesesteak. I've heard people try and compare it before. They're very good, but that ain't it. No, green peppers belong nowhere on a cheesesteak. I don't understand why people outside of Philadelphia think it does. It is disgusting. The only peppers you put on a cheesesteak are either hot or sweets, one or the other. Depending on what you like. Trout. Double whiz, I'm down with double whiz. I love cheese whiz on a cheesesteak. But it's got to be actual cheese whiz. That's the other thing, too. That's another big one that people don't get. It can't be the generic cheddar sauce in a can. It's got to be real, actual cheese whiz. And a lot of places don't buy it because it's very expensive in comparison. Regular cheese whiz compared to like the generic cheese whiz is like 3 times more expensive. So you got to have the real cheese whiz. It's always amazing me when I lived away from here. I grew up in Philadelphia. Was here through high school. Left after high school. I lived in Rhode Island. I lived in South Carolina. I lived in France. I lived in Florida. I came back here, and then I lived in Chicago, Brandon Marsh. And it's funny, out of all the things you think you're going to miss when you're quote-unquote homesick, that's the type of crap that you do. If you've never lived far from where you are, it's like the little stupid things, the food and stuff like that. You're just like, oh, man, why can't I get a cheesesteak? I'd feel a lot better if I could just get a cheesesteak somewhere. Acuna Albies Freeman triple. It's just... Yeah, I'm a sweets on the side guy, but I don't do the banana peppers. Too many years of hot stuff have like trashed my stomach. I just can't do it. Sometimes if they have, the pepper relish that they'll have a lot of times, like that cherry pepper relish, I'll get that. That's good too. But banana peppers, like, ugh, they like rot a hole in my stomach. And for Seattle, Mitch Haniger, blue. Mitch Haniger. It's such a simple thing to make too, but it's just got to be done properly. It sounds crazy. And for everyone out there who lives in other parts of the country or other parts of the world, you guys probably all have something similar where you live. Not a cheesesteak, but I'm just saying like a certain delicacy, a certain, it's like buying soft pretzels around here. Soft pretzels in Philadelphia, you can't get anywhere else. The type of soft pretzels they make here. They're amazing. There are other good ones out there, but they just know how to do it here. I don't know. Believe me, I've tried to find them in other places. Willie Mays Bomb Squad. I have a problem with, I don't mind spicy, but I have a problem with vinegar-based, like spicy things. So like chicken wings with like buffalo sauce, I can't eat buffalo sauce at all. It's just like, you might as well back me up to a hospital. It hurts my stomach so bad. But like horseradish or pepper, stuff like that I can do. But I can't do like the heavy like hot vinegar type of stuff. It just destroys me. That's just from years, 35 plus years working in a kitchen and tasting too much stuff. I probably have an ulcer the size of my fist. Well, yeah, food prices in general are through the roof, but now with the gas prices going up, food's really going to go through the roof. You're going to see huge, huge increases at the markets. Josh Donaldson for the Twins, like massive increases. That's one of the biggest effects on food prices is gas pricing, because all of the delivery companies automatically put fuel surcharges on their bills. Like we just got hit with a bunch of them, and it's ridiculous. I mean, prices were already very high because of the whole pandemic and all the, you know, problems with deliveries and, people being out and this and that, but the gas prices are really going to kill the price of food. The other problem too is the industry itself. Like for those of you who have little or no experience in the restaurant industry, they're having a real hard time finding people working. And the people they have to pay a lot more than they used to. Gavin Sheets rookie, so everything's kind of going up. White Sox triple. Now with opening day, they're very rare. It's mostly the blues, and when you do get hits out of them, they kind of come in bunches. You'll get them in a few boxes in a row. Tatis Bomb Squad. That's why it's a cheap rate. I mean, it's the blues are awesome, and when you find the relics, they're great. The hits, but they're not. If you look at the odds, they're crazy. That's why it's such an inexpensive break too. Opening day is more of like a set collector's type of product, but it always marks the beginning of the year. And then there's always some like, if you buy, anybody who buys Tampa in here, they're basically, Wander Franco's cards are selling for $10 a piece. The spot usually sells for like $45 to $50. So you're going to get one in every box pretty much. So anything else is a bonus, for a better spot like that. But autos and relics there's a Wander. Can be few and far between. Another Brandon Marsh rookie. Just calls and reads you the bills. That's good. I like that. Did you see that it's funny that you bring that up about post office. Did you see that Congress just passed this whole bill to like revamp the mail, the USPS? Like, I didn't get, but I didn't read about like the intricacies of it, just kind of heard the broad strokes. But the funny part was when the little thing I read about it, they said like they're going to fix all these things, but they didn't actually talk about fixing their ability to deliver mail. Like, I guess there's like the pensions and a lot of the stuff in the mail service is really difficult, and the healthcare and stuff like that, Brujan. But with this whole thing that they passed, nobody ever talked about how they could actually improve the service. It makes no sense. Sammy Sosa. Come on, hands, don't fail me now. We got a long night ahead. Dinger. Oh, there he is. We were talking about him the other night. That's a good mascot named Dinger for the Rockies. Brian Hayes, and for San Francisco, Evan Longoria. What is that uniform he's got on? That uniform's crazy. Huh. Like the Golden Gate Bridge on his sleeve and stuff. I've never seen that one before. It's cool. Even COVID stopped traveling. Well, it's funny the other day. So, ever since my son became a licensed driver a year or so ago, whatever it's been now, I use that to my advantage, and I make him go pick up dinner a lot of nights when he's home because I just don't feel like going out and getting it. Because I'm a chef, so I never actually cook at home. I just order takeout every time. And the other day he was like, I can't go. And I'm like, why? He's like, I don't have much gas in my car. I was like, first of all, you drive a hybrid, so you can, flip it over to the battery. But he's like, you seen the prices of gas out there? I said, well, you better buy it now because in a week it's going to be $1 higher. But he refused to go pick up dinner because he didn't want to pay for the gas. To drive 2 miles, he's a pain in the ass. Durham rookie. Come on, man, I bought you this car so you could do things for me that I don't have to do. Dinger was racist last year? What does that mean? Did something happen? God, I'd love to hear that story like that. Hop. Baez. Mariner Moose. Joey Bart, Future Stars. 429 today? Yeah. Well, you keep hearing like, oh, it's $6. Gonna go to $6. I'm like, oh, God, please don't. My truck is huge. Tommy Bomb Squad. That's all right. I still love my truck. I'll pay for it. But I don't know how many times I'll be filling it all the way. That's what the business credit card is for, to fill my truck. Oh, yeah, what was it? Some players thought a fan called him that. Oh, okay. Jeez. Yes, sir. Blues and triple panels. Well, you see the Blues we're doing them as we go. We are extremely generous with the top loading. They will be taken care of for you. We also top load all the top rookies also. So like Duran, Brujan, Franco, Marsh, Gavin Sheets, those guys all get top loaded too. Did you get the card? Did you get the redemption yet? Which one is it? Boston triple. There we go. Come on, baby. Turner. Oh, it's still in the mail. I got you. Yeah, I got that. Well, I got that Logan Logan Gilbert, that one of one. That was from them. That was a few. No, that was like a month ago. And I got that Jazz from Topps too, which I was surprised about. The one that I mailed in, so I was actually really happy about that. Now, if Panini could just send me one of the other, I don't know, 18 or 19 I have there, it'd be great. Yeah, I looked it up last week. My oldest with Panini right now is from 2016. So we're basically like 6 years redemption. Toronto triple. Full House Bomb Squad. Yeah. Well, I did have them going back to until I had some football ones that were from 2013 that got filled last year. Those were the oldest that I have, but I have it's either 18 or 19 with Panini that haven't been filled. Going back as far as 2016, and I'd be honest with you, most of them aren't, much to call home about anyway. I'm hoping they'll do an exchange at the National this summer. I'll probably just do something there with them, but we'll see. If I want to stand in that line, I'm not so sure I want to. Griffey Bomb Squad. Come on, everybody. You gotta get something. All right, 6 still. All right, box 4. Yeah, 3-1 total would be great. Let's see what we can find. So many packs. So many packs. I think they should double the cards in half the packs and make life easier. Cool, man. Yeah, I'd like to see it. Boston triple. Bergeron rookie. Red Sox opening day. You want me to move? Give me a second. I'll move some base. Base. Little base dump. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, well, not even that. Just go to 18 packs with 14 cards instead of 36 cards. But I think it's, again, also made to be sold by the pack cheap, like in stores, for kids and stuff. I'll tell you, that was the thing that took me back a little bit at the show last week. I was walking around and watching all these kids, like 10, 11-year-old kids who had their dads buying them like $700 boxes of cards. I was like, oh my Lord. They were very serious collectors, though. They all had their briefcases and stuff with them, too. I was like, my kid was like, hey, Dad, buy me this box of Flawless. Are you out of your mind? If I'm spending that much on a box of cards, for me, it's not for you. Not like the good old days where you go to 7-Eleven and, buy a pack of cards for 25 cents. A Brandon Marsh rookie. Would you want to do an opening of 84 tops? I can get it. That's not a problem. Could do a set break. I got a couple 84 tops complete sets sitting here behind me. San Diego triple. Come on, focus. Why are you looking for something specific, Chris? Gavin Sheets rookie. Thomas. What is the oldest complete set I have? Oh, I think 73. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 73, I think, is the oldest complete set I have. And for Kansas City, Salve. Salve. Two Series 1 sets down, base 1 to go. Kansas City is, who's got Kansas City? Mike. There you go, buddy. Pull house. What is that? I want to focus on today. Mets triple. Soto Bomb Squad. Tim Anderson. Look different. Okay. Sox triple. White Sox triple. I told you I met that guy earlier this year. Well, it wasn't the guy, he passed away, but I met his son, and he had sets from 1952 all the way up. Had a storage unit filled with them, and it's funny because the guy wasn't necessarily like a massive like baseball card collector or a baseball like freak. Like after talking to his son, but he would buy a couple sets, like complete sets every year, and just put them away. Of course, feeling it would be an investment. And he had sets, football, basketball, baseball, going back to the 50s. And it was crazy. And he's supposed to let me know when. I've done a little work with the guy and sold some cards for him and this and that, but they're actually having like an auction. He's got like 52 complete sets that are like in perfect condition. Crazy. And they're doing an auction at like Sotheby's or one of the big auction houses. I forget which one he's supposed to tell me. I think it's this summer. Wander Franco. But he said, like, when I talked to his son, he's like, yeah, my dad, it's not, I mean, he was a sports fan, but he's like, it's not like he was a crazy baseball guy or anything, but every year he'd buy a couple sets, put them away, stick them in the garage, and then once he started getting a lot of them, I guess he got a storage unit, and he said they didn't realize until after he had passed away, like, how much he really had, and the value on it. Some of it was garbage, but a lot of it was crazy. Crazy. For Tampa Bay, Brandon Lowe blue. 1969. Cork is your oldest? Yeah. The 73 I got as a gift, which is an amazing gift. It wasn't cheap. But and then for the 70s, I only have like I think I have a 77 set and a 79, but then after that it's mostly like 80s, 90s. See, for a long time, my family never really understood what I did as far as cards go. Like, before I started breaking, I used to sell a lot of singles. Like I started selling on eBay in like 2011, I guess it was. And I didn't start breaking until like 4 years ago. But I used to just basically deal in modern cards. But my whole family had it in their mind that I was dealing in sets, and they used to buy me sets of stuff all the time. Like, which was cool, don't get me wrong. I like having them, and some of them I have on the shelf. They've never even been unwrapped or anything like that, and they have some value, and hopefully I'll have more one day. But Duran rookie. But like I used to try and explain, like, I'd rather you bought me a hobby box to open or something. But so I got a lot of sets as gifts from people for a while. Now they don't give me anything because they just don't want to. You have a complete 56 set and PSA registered Hall of Fame from set ranked 18th in the PSA world. You mean the population report? So the 56 set is the whole set is graded. I'm sorry, I didn't read that. I don't know if I'm reading that right. A-Rod, a Bomb Squad. Yeah, that 73 set's worth like $4,000 or something like that. I think the last time I looked. I think if I remember, maybe it's more. I don't know. It all depends on the condition anyway. You know how it is. For people who don't understand baseball cards or, who don't know much about it, or for people who like, oh, I have a bunch of baseball cards in my house, maybe I'll be rich, and usually try to explain, like, I can almost guarantee you're not rich, unless you got like a couple spare 52 sets lying around or something like that, and I always try to explain condition of cards to people and how important it is on the value of what they have. And I'll be like, so if you have a 1952 Mickey Mantle that like you used to stick in the spokes of your bike, it has a big crease in it, it would get like a 1 grade. I said, you could get like $2,000 for that card. But I said, if you have one that's perfect, it's worth like 13 million bucks, so like just to try and give them the dramatic effect that one card can be worth, this much or that much, but I do have a 1951 Mantle, Bowman Mickey Mantle. It's not in great condition now. It needs to be graded. I've had it for a while now, for like 3 or 4 years. It's actually in my safe. And it's probably like a 3 at best, which is still very, very expensive card. And 3. Hey, look at that. Who called it? Ronald called it. Oh, Juan Soto Blue. Nice call, my friend. Card gods were listening. You're working on the 60 set? Wow, I have a ton of respect for guys who put together the vintage sets, man. Not just from a financial aspect. They're not easy to do. I mean, not without someone trying to rob you, because there's, you know what I mean? Especially if you're into certain condition or stuff like that. Like if you're, even if you're not grading it, but a lot of times guys who do vintage sets want everything to be like, in their mind, a 5 or 6 or higher or whatever. It's not an easy thing to put those vintage sets together. It really isn't. Hall of Fame. Oh, all the Hall of Famers are great. I got you. Oh, no, that's cool, man. That's awesome, huh? It's funny. I saw a basketball set like that last week at the show. Trout Bomb Squad. What the fuck year was that? I'm sorry for the language. This guy had, and it was weird because he had the set for sale, but he had the Hall of Famers graded in it. So it was like, I think there were 8 cards that were graded. It was from the 80s, and of course there were, uh, I think it was before Jordan. I think it was an early 80s set. Like it was Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, Dr. Dre, and whoever else. And I didn't really understand at first because I only saw the graded cards. And then he was explaining to me, like, oh, I have the whole set that I'm selling, but these 8 guys are graded, and it was like 12 grand or something like that for the set, whatever it was. I don't even remember. I know it was a lot, but it's interesting. I never really thought of doing that like with a set, Bergeron rookie, where you take out the Hall of Famers and have them graded and then leave the rest. But it's pretty interesting. Oh, I bet it took you years and thousands of dollars. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. That's what's interesting about this hobby. There's many different ways to collect, and many different ways to enjoy the hobby itself, which, and even like I commented on this last week too, but even like at the show last week at Valley Forge, like when I was there on Saturday, the vintage guys were dead. Like nobody was hitting the vintage tables. Everybody was hitting the guys selling boxes or, all the modern and ultra modern stuff, But then I heard one of the vintage people saying how, like, this hands down is the best show they come to. They do so well, but a lot of the vintage guys come on the first day. Like, and it's funny how it's kind of separated like that. Like, but it's just kind of a different part of the hobby, Yankee Stripple. You get guys who are interested in just making money, which is fine if that's what you're into. They want to buy cards, flip them, resell them, and invest and make money, and that's cool. Guys who collect, guys who were into breaks because, yeah, they want to hit big cards, but they also like the entertainment of it and this and that, whatever, Duran rookie, but it's just an interesting hobby where you can kind of do different things with it, I don't know if I necessarily have the patience. Like, I think I know myself well enough that if I said tomorrow, like, okay, I'm going to collect the 1966 top set just as a, hypothetical. Once I started getting somewhat close, I'd get really anxious, and then I'd just start overpaying for stuff to get it done because I'd just be frustrated. Like, I need these 4 cards. You have them, 10 grand? Okay. Just give them to me so I'm finished. Like, I just know my personality. That's how I am. But that's awesome, man. I have a ton of respect for people who take the time and hunt it all down and do that, man. And like you said, it's an investment that hopefully pays off, in the long run. Should, if they're well taken care of and everything. Cheek Burger rookie, Gavin Sheets rookie. 86 clear set I bought. 85 Jordan rookie, bought it for $10 at the time. Yeah, that's crazy, right? That was well, especially with Jordan lately. Since Jordan obviously is always a big deal. There's that Acuna Vladdy Tatis triple again. But when they did the documentary, 2 years ago or whatever, his Jordan stuff, which was already crazy, really started going through the roof, right? And I had a box of 91 Fleer basketball that I had sitting on the shelf for at least 10 years that I picked up at a garage sale for $5. And sat there. And one day I was like, oh, I have this 91 box in here. And finally opened it up, got like 15 Jordans out of it, got them graded, sold them, and made like $2 grand off the whole thing in the end. Off of a $5 buy at a garage sale like 10 years ago. And believe me, it's not like I'm sitting there going, oh, I was the smart one. It just happened to, work out that way. But it's amazing what, how things, can move in value over time is really amazing. Especially now because the hobby's so hot. There's a lot of stuff from the 80s and 90s that were so overproduced, but actually have some value now that didn't for years, but just because so many people are into the hobby right now, which is a good thing, Yeah. Well, and that one worked out. I could tell you 25 stories where I lost my ass on cards because I sold too soon. So one doesn't make up for the other. I've told the story many times, but the Aaron Judge cards alone that I sold would make you choke. It really would, because I was overjudged. I really was, and I swear to God, the week after I sold his card is when he started hitting all those home runs his rookie year. Like he didn't play well in his September call up. He didn't play well in spring training, and he actually didn't play well his first month of his rookie year. Most people don't remember that. And I was like, oh man, I'm getting out of these cards before I lose it completely because prices were coming down. I swear, not 5, 6 days after I sold the last card is when he started ripping off 52 home runs. And the cards that I sold for like $100 a piece were now, ho, ho. Look at that. That is a That is a triple 98 of 99 for the Angels. That is awesome. It sucks it's taking all this time to find one. Trout, Ohtani, Rendon. That is a very cool card. And I like how they numbered each of them. That is awesome. Who's got the Angels? Micah. There you go. I need to find some more of those, but that was a cool find. Yeah, his baseball cards don't, unfortunately, don't carry much value. Wow, that is really a cool card. I'm so glad we pulled that. I didn't even realize these were in here, like numbered like this. That's really awesome. Congrats to the Angels. I might try to find one of those to buy and get graded for my Trout graded collection. Ohtani Bomb Squad. Now, the second half of this case we're going to be doing next week, there's got to be, we haven't found much in the first half, to be honest. That one and we had to walk this way and like one relic, so there's got to be more stuff in that other half. It's crazy. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a very cool card. Honestly, I'm going to go online tonight and see if I can find one to buy. There's Trout again. Wait, Robert's running away from me. All right, last couple packs. Get to open the old Heritage next. I have not opened any Heritage yet. I was going to open a personal box, but I never even got a chance to. So that'll be fun to take a look at. See what we can find in the old Heritage tonight. Dodgers triple. All right, now the last pack of the break. Stanton. Alrighty. All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining me. As always, I couldn't do this without you guys. I do so truly appreciate it. Um, if you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, please be safe, be healthy out there. We do have breaks tomorrow night. Also, we got some basketball and a couple baseball breaks tomorrow night. So if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. Otherwise, let's just do a quick hit recap for 2022 Topps opening day, quarter case break number 2. We got a ton of rookies here. They'll all be sleeved and top loaded. We'll take care of those. All the top guys we're going to do. And then our blues, we got Soto, Lowe, Perez, Longoria, Donaldson, Haniger, Alvarez, Reynolds, Cousins, and the only actual hit we pulled other than those was the rainbow foil Angels triple, which is a very, very cool card to 99, 98 of 99. So nice one there for the Angels. All right, guys, again, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so with the Heritage Break. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.